Hello students, I'm making this video for you to explain Project 2. Project 1 was where you created a fictional narrative or you created a detailed plot map for a fictional narrative and you submitted that. Project number 2, you are writing a literary analysis, and so this is your essay writing for the quarter, and this literary analysis is an essay that examines literature. The two things that you're going to be looking at are The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman and The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. So if you have not read those yet, you need to go back and read both of those short stories so that you can complete this task. Now, in your comparison essay, you are looking at the two main characters and you're thinking about the ways in which they are similar and different. After you have read and you've thought about those characters, then you're going to go on to write your claim or your thesis statement. So you're going back to those characters, reading them again. What claim do you want to make about these two characters? So you're thinking about the two characters and you're saying, what can I argue about these characters? Am I going to argue that they're similar in this way, that they're different in this way, that they're more similar than they are different, even though the stories themselves are very different? So you're thinking about what is something that you notice that's very clear to you about the differences or the similarities between those two characters that you can easily argue. And here are some sample thesis statements for you. Now, to kind of flesh this out further, because it's super important to get your claim as the basis for your paper. Your claim is really what every other idea in your paper is made off of. And so because it's so important, I created this video for you. This video is a little bit long. It's 20 minutes long, but it really walks, well, it's a little under 20 minutes long, but it walks you through how to create claims, how to use data in your paper, and how to back those claims with your data. So it walks you step by step through exactly how you're going to be creating all of the main ideas for this paper and really all of the main ideas for an argumentative paper as well. Now, that information is also available in courseware. If you go into our course and you go to Pages, under Project 2, Literary Analysis Support and Organizer, you're going to find this page. This page has the slides presentation that I explained in the video. So if you don't want to watch the video, but you want to get some of the information, you're going to go to that presentation and you can click through that. You are going to find a literary response organizer, which is also included in the document for your Project 2 map. So this is a great organizer for you to use. And then you're also going to find a sample body paragraph. So it is color coded so that you know exactly how to match it in your own paper. You do not need to color code it in your paper, but if you do color code it in the same manner, I'm going to give you extra credit. Now, before we move on from this, it's really important for us to understand exactly what you can and can't do for this paper. So, getting started on essays can be daunting and frustrating. This Google Slide video and graphic organizer will get you off to a good start without too much trouble. If you complete the organizer fully, including quotes and full sentences, you can earn up to an 85% on the project. If you complete the organizer and submit a first body paragraph with claim data backing, you can earn up to 100% on the assignment. So obviously for your own learning, I would prefer that you create an entire paper and that you create all the organizers that go along with it. But in lieu of that, if you are submitting this organizer fully with full quotes, sentences, and a citation, you can earn up to an 85%, so a solid B. If you do that organizer and you submit that first body paragraph, and you model it after this sample, you can earn up to 100% on the assignment without having written the entire paper. So those are options that are available to you. If you need any clarification on how you would do that or how to make sure that you get the full points, please reach out to me. Now back over here. So we have written our claim now because we use those claim data backing things to help out. Then you're going to brainstorm. And you're going to say, based on my claim, which I now have, I have my claim. Based on my claim, what are 3 points about this? 3 points that I can argue and then what is evidence of each of those things in the text. So if I said up here that the characters are different, why are they different? Reasons 1, 2, 3. And evidence for reasons 1, 2, and 3. And then you provide your conclusion statement. Then you're going to finalize your thesis statement. You're going to make sure that your thesis statement includes your claim, the titles and authors of both stories. This is super important because you need to make sure that you are giving credit to the authors. And so how we do that in MLA with short stories is making sure that the titles of the works are in quotation marks, and that's because they are short stories and not longer works. Then after you make sure that your thesis statement is all set with a claim and both authors' names, both authors' works, then you're going to fill out, if you filled out the organizer, you're done for now. So then you can take a little break on 3 if you did all that. If you didn't do all that, now you're going to want to outline your paper. Then in lesson 4, then after you finished outlining, you are going to write your rough draft. And then included in here to write your rough draft is another organizer that you can use. With these organizers, what you do is you click on them, you can make a copy of them, and you can either print them out or write directly inside of them in a Google Doc. Then after you have drafted your essay, you are going to do these steps to edit it. One of the things I really want to make sure is that you are reading it out loud to yourself. So a lot of times what people will do is they will read it visually, and your brain knows what you meant to say. Your brain knows that you didn't mean to say the wrong to. Your brain knows that you didn't mean to have a word repeated. And so your brain will just fix it and it'll read it correctly. But your mouth will stumble over what your brain thinks is right. And so that's one of the reasons that you want to read it out loud to yourself, because you're going to see more of those mistakes and get a higher grade. The final thing you're going to do is submit your analysis to me as a Google Doc, and that allows me to write notes specifically. If I'm talking about something specific, I can write you a little note attached to that specific thing so that you actually know what I'm talking about. So remember, the important things to know here are that this is a good outline for keeping you on track for the whole project. And the second thing that you're going to want to be using to help keep you on track if you're struggling is this literary analysis support organizer. And that is available in the teacher pages for your course. So make sure you check that out. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns, if you're struggling with any portion of those steps, and I will be happy to help you out. Writing, especially argumentatively, is one of my favorite things to do, and one of my favorite things to help students with. So please reach out if you need some support with that. Thanks, and have a great day.